This Road to Prosperity video is sponsored by Vandergraaf. Visit vandergraaf.com to learn more about how their advanced drum motor technology reduces maintenance costs while delivering reliability and longevity for belt conveyors operating in the harshest of environments.
Looking at residential, in your quarter one report, you mentioned that non-residential specifically is poised for a better year than residential, and just sort of some of the dynamics that are, looking at those two different sectors. So looking at residential, what's the current status of single and multifamily housing, and what's kind of the outlook for that sector and those subsectors as the year goes on?
Yeah, once again, good news and bad news. The good news here, I think, as it relates to the residential sector is I think we are pretty much sitting at the bottom of the single family cycle. If we look at sales, sales are generally trending a little bit higher, despite the fact that mortgage rates are very high. If we look at single family construction starts, they've now risen the past 2 consecutive months. We haven't seen that in well over a year. So that's a good sign. We've got to temper that enthusiasm, though, with single family construction. It's not as though we're all of a sudden going to see a robust year for single family construction. Affordability remains a significant issue. We're still looking at high material prices and shortages of labor that will crimp construction. So while we think we've hit the bottom of the single family market, we don't think it's going to get worse. We think we're essentially going to troll along the bottom here until the latter half of 2023, but especially into early 2024 until we start to see any measurable gains in single family construction. Multifamily is a little bit different. We think that the labor market will erode enough in 2023 combined with fewer investment dollars working their way into the multifamily space, as well as tightening lending standards, will be a fairly heavy and sizable weight on the multifamily sector. So we're looking at that sector to trend lower really through the bulk of 2023. So a tale kind of two cities here within the residential. Single family at the bottom, mild improvements through the course of the year, multifamily trending lower throughout the year.
Mm-hmm. That seems, at least for the multifamily, that seems kind of like maybe a flip or a start of a flip. And with residential kind of peaking the last couple months, I believe the last time we spoke, multifamily was kind of up here.
Right.
Residential was kind of lagging. And I think we even spoke, several months ago that there was sort of a, maybe a balancing out that you're kind of mentioning, multifamily coming down, residential coming back up. Is that kind of the start of what you were talking about or seeing there?
Yeah, the old adage is what's bad for single fam is good for multifam. And we're certainly seeing that play out now. The other thing we think about, or we talk a lot about, is how residential fits into the business cycle, not just the construction cycle, but the business cycle. And single family especially is I always refer to the engine of the train. Single family leads the economy and leads the construction market into downturn, and it also leads it into its recovery. So it is certainly playing its space right now in terms of starting to lead that recovery in the broader sector.
Thank you to Vandergraaf for sponsoring this Road to Prosperity video. To learn more about how their advanced drum motor technology reduces maintenance costs while delivering reliability and longevity for belt conveyors operating in the harshest of environments, visit vandergraaf.com.